Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another video. Hey, are you planning a weekend getaway? You want to just pack light, get an overnight bag, jump in the car, take off on the road and just get away someplace? Well, have I got a travel razor for you. This is the Gillette Vintage Travel Razor. Look how small that is. Comes in a little leather case like this. Has a compartment for blades. And I put in some Gillette 7 o'clock blades right there. Also has this very, very small handle. Look how small that handle is. And it has the cap and base plate to shave with. This is a tech head. It's their standard tech head right there, see? And all it does is it just screws together like this. That's it. Look how small that is. And I'm going to shave with it today. Just to give you a quick comparison here, this is a standard Gillette Tech ball end razor. Look at the difference in size. So you can see all it is the classic Gillette Tech head with just a shorter handle. But anyhow, we're going to shave with it today, and I'm going to use some items that you would put into an overnight kit in order to save space. First of all, I'm going to use a synthetic brush. This is a small travel synthetic brush. And you can find these on eBay for anywhere from $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, something like that. It's a black anodized or clear anodized aluminum handle with some synthetic hair. I like these because they generate a lot of lather and they're really easy to maintain and take care of. We're also going to be using Arko shaving stick. Now this is something you could throw into your overnight bag very easily. It's not all that large or bulky. There's a lot of soap there. Even if you're going to be gone away for a day or two, you can even cut one of these in half and throw in half a stick, and you'll have plenty. You'll be fine. We'll also finish it off with some Stately aftershave in a little travel bottle. I'll have a link to this. I got this through Wet Shave Club when they would. I joined and they would send you a shaving kit with samples this size. So this is always nice to hang on to a bottle like this. It's got a restrictor in there, and you can always refill it with something that you prefer after this runs out. But this is really a very nice scent. I'll also have a link to it at their Wet Shave Club shop. So let's get to it. I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to soak it right there. And I'm going to get a fresh, brand new 7 o'clock blade out of the box here. I'm going to open up my razor, and this really is, my gosh, this is a small razor. My gosh, is that small. See how that shaves. Get that blade. Okay, so here's my Gillette 7 o'clock super stainless blade. Let's put the cap there, base plate there. There I am, all lined up. That guy right there. That guy right there, and take this handle. Look at that, I'm all loaded up. My gosh, this is my first shave with this. I've had this for a while. Maybe you saw a previous video where I showed it to you. I bought it on eBay, and you can find these on eBay. They're plentiful. You can get them for, say, 20 bucks, depending on what shape the case is. Now, this case is in pretty good shape. It does have a couple of places here where I nicked it a little bit, trying to load some things in there. So it does need to be conditioned a little bit because this case is 50 years old already. So it's from the early to middle 60s. So little conditioner should take care of that. But depending on how the case is, will really drive the price of the price. Will drive the price of the razor. And also, this razor look how that gleams. It's brand new. This was new old stock. This was never used, never opened. So I got very, very lucky with it. And there are plenty of these out there. There are some pre-used travel razors out there also. But we're going to shave it. That thing's small. Okay, so let's wet the face. Now I am going to use an Arko shave stick, as I said. I already have one that's open and ready to go. So we're just going to go ahead and use that. While I open up another one, and we got this one ready to use. Wet my face and just move this around. And it's always good to go in an upward stroke like this, just to get it underneath that whisker, just to kind of get that soap in there. And I find that shave sticks work wonderful with synthetic brushes. Synthetic brush just generates a lot of lather. Now, if you don't want to use a synthetic brush, you can always get a Art of Shaving Badger brush, travel size. Look how small that is. It's a nice travel size brush. And they sell this in a kit with a lot of other travel items from Art of Shaving. I think the kit is $30, $40 somewhere in there. I'll put the price below and I'll have a link to it. If you don't want to use synthetic and you want something in a Badger brush range, this is very nice. And I have traveled with this in the past. It's very, very nice. But I prefer the synthetic brush to lather with, especially when I'm using a shaving stick. For me, it just works better. All right, so let's get to it. Bring out this brush a little bit. And let's start lathering. I mean, look, it's already the synthetic brush just retains a lot of water. I probably should have wrung out a little more. I'm going to shake it a little bit there. I mean, look how much lather I'm already getting from this Arko shaving stick. It's terrific. The Gillette Tech head that I'm using with this travel razor should give me a nice, mild shave. But because I'm using the Gillette 7 o'clock razor blade, it should be maybe a step or two above being too mild. We'll see. If I wanted to be assured of a really nice mild shave, I could have gone with maybe a Vikings blade, razor blade, or a Derby razor blade, or even Persona Blue, because those, for me, tend to be on the mild side. Look at that. Let's just gonna put a little more water on there. Look at that. Look how that's lathered up so well. And it looks like I've got plenty on the brush yet. So I should be able to get 3 good passes. Put that down. Here we go. I'm going to heat up my razor. Boy, this is a small handle. This handle is small. I'm going to heat it up really, really good and then swirl it in the warm water. It should be right to temperature. Okay, here we go. 30 degrees. Use a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. Well, clearly, right off the bat, you probably will prefer a little sharper blade with this because it doesn't really have enough weight to cut through the whisker. That's the beauty of some safety razors. Like the Chieftain or the Vulcan, the Merkur HD34C. They have enough heft to where it's actually the weight of the razor helps to cut the whisker. And this doesn't have enough weight. I tell you right now, I'm missing a lot of spots. Well, you can see it hasn't given me that nice, smooth, clean sweep that you see in some of my other videos with razors, where it just sweeps it away, takes the whisker and the cream. It's left some behind, and that's because this is very lightweight. It's not, the weight isn't there to really help the blade and the razor head. So, okay, let's rinse. Let's try the second pass. Second pass might be better. Wow, that left a lot of whisker behind. That wasn't very good at all. I got to be honest with you. That left a lot of whisker behind. It didn't cut through anything. Well, let's try again. Maybe the second pass with additional water on my face and a little more cream here, a little more lather. Maybe that'll do the trick. We'll see. Okay, let's wipe off my hands. Here we go. Okay, we're going to go east to west across the grain. Maybe this will be the money pass with this razor. It's a little better. It feels a little better. Feels like an overly mild shave. If you have sensitive skin, you might like it a lot. But it seems to me it's missed a lot of whisker. Let's see how we did on the second pass. Well, that's a little better. Still missed a lot down here. Missed some over here. Missed some over here. Missed a lot up here in my upper lip. Now, it's the weight of the razor. This is not at all what I was expecting. I have to be honest. And Arko is a great lather and gives you a lot of protection. I don't think that's the problem. I don't think it's on so thick that the razor can't do the work. I think it's the fact that there's no weight for that razor head and blade to do the work. That's just my guess. All right, we're going to go against the grain and see if this is the money pass. See if this will clean things up. Well, could be the angle that I was using it at. I doubt it. You heard it cutting through the whisker, but it's just not cutting through the whisker. Okay. little nick right there. So very, very, very small. It's an indication that it's cutting, but not the way I want it to. All right, so let's rinse. All right, let's do a warm water rinse from the tap and a cold water rinse. And let's wrap this up and see what the final verdict is. I'm going to go over my cold water. Got a fresh towel right here. Well, I can already see that it's left hairs behind. Some on my chin. That nig is very inconsequential, it's not there. But I do feel some here on my neck. So it's a very, very mild razor. Very, very mild. Let's just finish up with some of this stately aftershave. Because if we're traveling, I'm using items that would fit easily into a small bag, overnight bag, so you can save some space. That's nice. Like the scent, and it feels like it has some moisturizers in there as well. Stately. Check that out. That's really nice. Just a little more. That's nice. That's nice. I'm going to use some up here because I think it does have some moisturizing oil in there. At least that's my guess. Very, very nice. Well, sorry, no clap. This is not that great of a shave. It was okay. It was mild, but it wasn't complete. It really didn't give me that good of a shave. I think it's because of the weight. It's just so lightweight that you have a difficult time removing the whisker. I still have some whisker remaining right here. I have some remaining on my chin here that I didn't get. I have a little bit here. You can see that little bit of a nick right there, but I can feel some beard growth right there. It's not that complete. You would be better off using a Merkur HD34C. And you can see that it's only a little bit longer, but it has that weight to give you that really, really good shave. Or you could use an Edwin Jagger short-handled razor, which is the same size as the Merkur. This has a nice amount of weight as well. The Merkur is a little bit heavier. So if you're looking to travel with something, I would say use the Merkur HD34C or a short-handled Edwin Jagger, or heck, even a classic Gillette Super Speed, which is no bigger than the Merkur HD34C. Any of these would be a better choice than this little travel razor. It's just too light. It's not going to give you a good complete shave. This is not going to take up any much more space than that. It's neat. It's a novel idea. It's nice that you can put all this into a little case, but I mean, really, you could take a pack of blades, that brush that I showed you, and any of those short-handled razors, the Merkur, the Edwin Jagger, even the classic Gillette, along with the shave stick, throw it into a bag, and you have plenty of room left for your toothbrush and whatever else you need. So, really, it was an okay shave, but it wasn't anything to really get me excited. I'm surprised at how it didn't perform that well. It really didn't. if you want to buy one of these on eBay, I'll have a link to it. It's a novel little item to have. And the good thing is that you can take this razor head and put it onto a heavier handle, a longer handle if you want, and that should improve the performance of it. But I think really, because it's so light, and because it's a mild razor going in, it just doesn't get the whisker completely. That's just my analysis of it. First time out. Maybe working with it, several more shaves, maybe my technique will improve to it. But really, if you're traveling away, as I say, go with one of the better short-handled razors out there, and you'll get a better shave, and you won't take up much more space in your pack. All right, hey, thanks very much. That's it. I really appreciate you tuning in. Please subscribe. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this, and I'll see you again real soon.